Okay, real life problems involving fractions. And we begin with example number 1. A house comprises of one living room with an area of a third of the total area, one bedroom with an area equal to a quarter of the total area, and one bathroom with an area of 1 out of 6 of the total area. Find the sum of the area of these 3 rooms. Do you see our problem? Okay, now we have a room. This room has got the living room, it has got the bedroom, and it has got a bathroom. Is that okay? Now, we need to know the sum of all of these 3 rooms. What do you think about that? Is that addition of fractions? Is that subtraction? Is that division? Or it is multiplication? It is addition of fractions. Very good. So you can see that we have living room, living room. What fraction is for the living room? Yes, please.
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. Next, we have the bedroom. What fraction is for the bedroom?
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4 of the total area. Then what fraction is for the bathroom?
1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. Okay. Now, this is the area that we have got. So, what should we do next?
Cos LCM of 3, 4, and 6.
Oh, that's great. So we have got to get 1 out of 3 plus 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 6, right? Then we get the LCM of 3, 4, and 6. LCM of 3, 4, and 6. What is that LCM?
12.
12. Okay. So in our next step, so we should get 1 out of 3 times what number to get 12? Yes?
4.
4. Very good. Also, we multiply 1 by 4. Plus 1 out of 4 times what number?
3.
3. Then plus 1 out of 6 times what number?
2.
Times 2. Okay. So What do we have?
4 out of
4
12
out
Okay.
of 12
Plus
plus 3 out of 12
3 out of 12 plus
plus 2 out of 12
2 out of 12. And so what is the sum? 4, 3, and 2.
is 9 out of 12.
9 out of 12. Okay, can we reduce this fraction? By 9 divided by 3, we
Yes.
get 3. And
3.
12 by 3, we get
4.
4. So our answer will be 3 out of 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this means that the total area of these 3 rooms is 3 out of 4. Therefore, the total area of the 3 rooms is 3 out of 4. Have you understood that?
Yes.
Yes.
yes
Okay. Okay, so we look at example number 2. The height of which is 167 and 2 out of 3 centimeters. And the height of Wari is 162, 3 out of 4 centimeters. How many centimeters is Wichai taller than Wari? One thing I want you to note is that when we write centimeter, we can also write it in a short form as cm. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. And when we talk about centimeter, is the unit of length and height. So we have got 2 people here. One, we have the height of Wichai. Height of Wichai. What is the height of Wichai? 167.
100.
Okay, centimeters. Also, we have the height of Wari, which is 162, 3 out of 4 centimeters. Now, who is taller? Yes, student?
Vishai.
Wichai is tall. And then Wari is short. But now, how much taller is Wichai than Wari? Yes? How much taller is Wichai than Wari? Let me try to show it to you again. Assume that we have got Try to draw something here. So let's say that this is which I? Which I? And which I is which I is 1, 6, 7, 2 out of 3 centimeters. Then we have another one who is worry. Let's say worry is like this one. One, 6, 2, 3 out of 4 centimeters. Now, we want to know this height. How can we get that? Can we say plus or we should say minus? Yes, please. Plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus. Very good. So tell me, what should I write, Supicha? Let's go. Oh, you cannot hear me. Wichasin, what should I write?
Oh, okay. I think what does this mean? It's like letter C, but it's bigger.
Again, please.
167.
2 out of 3.
Minus 162. Oh.
162, 3 out of 4, right?
And 3 out of 4.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
So now we can first get 167 minus 162, right?
Yes.
Plus 2 out of 3 minus 3 out of 4. Is it okay, everyone?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we get the LCM of 3 and 4. Yes?
It's 12.
12.
So I get 3 times what number to get 12?
4.
4. Also 2 times 4. Then 4 times what number to get 12? Yes, please.
3.
3.
3. So in the next step, tell me, what do we have? 167 minus 162, we get
5.
5 plus
8 out of 12.
Minus?
Minus 9
out of 12.
Very good. Oh, but we cannot get 8 minus 9. What should we do?
Okay, bubble 5. Bubble 5 and 5 become 4.
Oh, yes. So we get 4 plus 12 out of 12, right? Because 12 out of 12
Yes.
is 1 and 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay, so plus 8 out of 12 minus 9 out of 12. What do we have next? Mhm.
I'm not sure, but it's
Oh, you should be sure. Let's get 4 plus
18, right? 18.
12.
Oh,
16.
oh, 20.
No, wait. Get 12 plus 8 to get 20. Right?
Oh, 20. Oh, okay.
20 minus 9. What do we get?
Okay.
11.
Oh, yes.
12.
12. So we get 12
Oh,
plus
11.
8 minus 9 out of 12. So this is 4 plus 11 out of 12. You understand that?
Okay. Okay.
So we get 4 and 11 out of 12.
11 out of 12.
Yes. So it means that which I is 4 and 11 out of 12 centimeters taller than Worry. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Parita, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand? Okay. So let's look at another question. Okay. All right, so we look at example number 3. Tana, please read for us example number 3. Let's go.
Okay. Spend 7 and 1 hour to hours to at school every day. If she spend 1 hour 5 hours of the time she spent at school on break, how much?
Okay. Thank you very much, Tana. Okay. Now we can see that spends 7.5 hours at school every day. If she spends 1 out of 5 hours of the time she spends at school on break, how much time does she spend on break? So you can see that this student spends the total time of 7.5 hours at school every day. So it means that the total time spent at school every day is 7.5 hours. But she spends 1 out of 5 hours of the time, 1 out of 5 hours of the time she spends at school on break. So for break, she spends 1 out of 5 hours of the total time. You understand that, student?
Yes.
Okay. The thing is that she does not spend 1 out of 5 hours on a break, but she spends 1 out of 5 hours of the total time. So 1 out of 5 hours of the total time. The total time is 7.5. So this actually means that for break, she spends 1 out of 5 of 7.5. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. She spends 1 out of 5 hours of the time she spends at school. The time she spends at school is 7.5. So that's why we say 1 out of 5 of 7.5. So remember, of means times. I want you to note that, student. In math, when we say of, we actually mean times, okay? Is that okay, student?
Okay.
So this means that we have 1 out of 5 times 7.5. So what is the next step?
1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 times
times
15 out of 2.
15 out of 2. Can we reduce some numbers here?
Yes.
By 5, 1. 15 by 5, we get
3.
3. Okay. So what do we have next?
3 out
3
of
out of
3 out of 2. Is that our final answer?
no, because it's
No.
improper fractions.
Very good. So what should be our answer?
Is 1 and
1
1
and
out.
1 out of 2.
1 and 1 out of 2. Or you can say 1.5 hours. So this means that this student spends 1.5 hours on break. You understand that? Spends 1.5 hours on break. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to look at another example. We look at example number 3. Can you hear me? No. Teacher, do you hear me? Oh, where are some students? Canopon, do you hear me? Hello? Supicha, do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, how about some students? Maybe they don't hear me. Okay, Supicha, you can read for us example number 4.
Okay.
After
Covering 2 out of 7 of his journey, Supanika still had 20 kilometers remaining to complete his journey. How long was How long was his journey?
Wow, very good. Very good. After covering 2 out of 7 of his journey, Supanikar still had 20 kilometers remaining to complete his journey. How long was his journey? Okay, so we are looking at a student or someone called Supanika. She was moving to somewhere, but she covered 2 out of 7 of his journey. But now after covering 2 out of 7, she still had 20 kilometers remaining to complete. So we need to know what was the distance all together. So we can say that Supanika covered 2 out of 7. So who can tell me what fraction was not covered? Yes? Look, if she had 2 out of 7 of the journey to cover, it implies that the whole journey was 1. Or in other words, total journey was 7 out of 7. But now, out of 7, she covered 2 out of 7. So what distance was not covered? What distance was not covered, student? If I have 2 out of 7, what am I remaining with to get 7 out of 7?
5.
Very good. 5 out of 7. In other words, to get this distance that was not covered, you simply have to get 7 out of 7 minus 2 out of 7, which is the same as 5 out of 7. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, still he had 20 kilometers remaining to cover. So it means that here we have 5 out of 7 remaining to cover. Here we have 20 kilometers remaining to cover. So it implies that 5 out of 7 of the total journey is the same as 20 kilometers. So to get the total journey, we will get the remaining journey, which is 20. We divide it by the remaining fraction, which is 5 out of 7. So we get 20 divided by 5 out of 7. So what should be the next step? If we have 20 divided by 5 out of 7, what should we do next?
20
20
minus
times
7
7 out of 5.
7 out of 5. Very good. So you can see that we can reduce 5 to get 1, and 20 by 5 we get 4, right?
4.
Okay. So what do we have left?
28.
28.
Yes, 4 times 7, which is 28. So it means that the journey was 28 kilometers. The total journey was 28 kilometers. So he had to cover 28 kilometers in order to complete his whole journey. Okay? Is that fine?
Okay.
All right. We look at example number 5. Okay. Who can read for us? Anyone who is ready?
Me.
What's your name?
Richardson.
Okay, please, let's go.
Lily sold some socks at her mother's shop. In the first hour, she sold 3 out of 5 pairs of socks. If she sold 24 pairs in the first hour, how many pairs of socks did she have at first?
Very good. Very good. So we are looking at this girl called Lily. So she was at her mother's shop and she was selling socks. But in the first hour, she sold 3 out of 5 pairs of socks. So in the first hour, she sold 3 out of 5 pairs. So how many pairs were remaining to sell? What fraction is that? If she sold 3 out of 5, it means that she remained with 2 out of 5 to sell. Yes? Okay. Now, if she sold 24 pairs in the first hour, oh, you can see. So it means that in the first hour, she sold 3 out of 5. And again, you can see that she sold 24 pairs in the first hour. So it means that 3 out of 5 of the total number of socks is the same as 24, because 3 out of 5 is for the first hour. Again, 24 pairs are for the first hour. So it means that to get the total number of socks she had at first, we are going to say that we have 24 divided by 3 out of 5. So number of socks she had at first will be 24 divided by 3 out of 5. So, and we should have 24 times what fraction?
5.
5 out of 3. And then we get 3 by 3 to get 1, 24 by 3 to get 8. And then 8 times 5, we get
40.
40.
40. So it means that she had 40 pairs of socks at first. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to look at one more example After this example, I will let you relax for about 5 minutes, then we'll resume again, okay? Let us first finish this example number 6. Okay, who can read example 6? Anyone ready to read? Jirapat, can you read?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go, Jirapat.
Six has a low 15 and 1 hour to meter in length. He cut this low into two shorter ones, each of which is 2 and 3 hours 4 meters in length.
Calculate the length of the remaining rope. Do you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to understand this question again. By the way, thank you so much, Jirapat, for reading for us. You're a very good student. So, Jib has a rope 15.5 meters in length. He cuts this rope into two shorter ones. You see that the whole rope, let's say that it is this one. It was 15.5 meters. Then he cuts this rope into two shorter ones, each of which is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters in the length. So let's say he cuts out this. This is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters. Then he also cuts another one, which is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters. So this one that remained, how many meters? Do you understand that, student? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
So how do you think we should do this? Altogether, we have 15.5 from this point to this point. Then we cut this part, 2 and 3 out of 4. And later we cut another one, 2 and 3 out of 4. Then what did we remain with? How long is it? How can we do that? Yes?
I think when 15 and 1 out of 2 minus 2 and 3 or 4.
Again, please.
And
say it again, 15 and 1 out of 2 minus.
Yes, minus 2 and 3 out of 4.
Finished?
Yes.
But 2 and 3 out of 4, we have it 2 times. We have this one And we have this one.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
Just a moment.
Mhm. Let me try to show this very well.
Okay, I think I'm still confused.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
This is the whole robe, okay? And the whole of this one, from this point to this point, we have 15.5 meters. Then he cuts this rope into two shorter ones, each of which is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters in length. Now, this guy comes, he say, okay, this part up to this part, and this is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters. I cut it out. Then later, I also get another one, this one, up to here. I cut it out, and it is also 2 and 3 out of 4 meters. So what about this that has remained, this one? What is the length? How many meters do I have? You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so what should I write?
I'm not sure, but I think
Mhm.
15 and 1 out of 2 minus
Mhm.
2 and 3 out of 4
Mhm.
plus
Mhm.
2 and 3 out of 4.
Very good. Very good. But we have to put this in brackets. You understand that?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good, Richardson. That's great. That's
Thank you.
great. Thank you so much. You're such a very good student. Wow. This is how you have to do it. Or if you don't want to say that,
I can.
if you don't want to write it like that, you can say that you have 15.5 minus 2 and 3 out of 4 minus 2 and 3 out of 4. It is the same, right? Just the same. No difference. Okay, but now let's do what Richardson has said. It is also very, very correct. So what should we do in our next step? Mhm.
11 out of 4.
11 out of 4? How did you get that?
Yes.
First get, so
For
we first do this, right?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we have
11 out of 4
then
plus
11 out
11
of 4.
out of 4.
So what do we get?
And 5 LCM of is
Yes,
I forget. It's 22 out of
4, right?
yes.
So the whole of this one is
And
22 out of 4, right?
yes,
Okay. So then what should we write? What is 15 and a half as improper fraction?
31
31
out of 2.
out of 2. Okay, so we write 31 out of 2 minus 22 out of 4, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then find LCM of 2 and 4
Mm-hmm. What is the LCM of 2 and 4?
is 4.
Is 4. So we should say times
4.
4 and times 4, right?
No, it's 2 times 2.
Times 2. Okay. So we should say times 2 and times 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do we have next?
62 out of 4
62 out of 4 minus
minus 22 out of 4.
minus 22 out of 4. So what do we have next?
40 out of 4
40 out of 4. What is 40 out of 4?
is 10.
10. Very good. So it means that 10 meters are remaining, right?
Yes.
It means that this is 10 meters. Okay. Everyone, you have understood?
Yes.
Hello. Other students are quiet. Have you understood?
Yes.
So teacher, have you understood?
Yes.
Okay. Can teacher, have you understood? Okay. Let's see if we change the way how we do it. Let's say that we do it in another way. Okay. Let's say 15 and a half minus 2 and 3 out of 4 plus 2 and 3 out of 4. Okay. Instead of saying 2 and 3 out of 4 2 times, how do you think if we simply say times 2? Does that make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Instead of writing it 2 times, we can simply say times 2. And now see, we have got 15 and a half. That is 31 out of 2, right? Minus 4 times 2, 8 plus 3, 11 out of 4 times 2, right? And we can reduce this by 2, 1 by 2, 2. So in the next step, we will have 31 out of 2 minus 11 out of 2, right? Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 31 out of 2 minus 11 out of 2. What do we get?
20.
20 out of 2, right? So
Yes.
20 out of 2, what do we get?
10.
10. Is answer the same or not the same?
It's 10.
Same.
Same. So the point here is that it's up to you the way how you want to do it, but you have got to read and understand it and know, okay, so should I say minus or I should say times? Should I say divided by or I should say plus? Do you understand the point? So you have to read and understand the question and be sure to choose which sign you are going to use. Is that okay, student?
Okay.
Yeah, so we say that therefore, the length
It's
of the
remaining.
remaining rope is 10 meters. Okay. So student, I want us to stop here a bit. I want you to relax for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay. Then I will call you again. We continue to complete our lesson at 14:30. Is that fine, student?
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to pause for now, and then we will resume again at 14:40. See you later. Goodbye.